Have here, this is a normal American curry, and this would be like this something called powder is to really just create all these are just like building up to the flavor. This curry, they would have done it completely different just because garlic can last, just because it tends to. So what you're really waiting for is for the edges of these, so they can just get nice and toasted in here too. Eat just a little bit, just because I feel like it's a little bit on the sluggish side, and I ground and I put my powders in there. The idea here is like burnt things create flavor. I'm turning it a lot because my heat was a little bit on the high side. I'm gonna just fry this up because I really want spoon that how there's like a little bit of let it work with this right now as it starts to like break down the onions and stuff. It's been 30 minutes since we... Hi everyone, I wanted to share how I make my curry chicken, and I definitely had some split peas, which we call dal. I have that going over here as well. I like to multitask as well, which is probably what you have to do when you want this food, because there's so many processes and these. But anyways, I'm gonna move with some curry chicken today, and what you see here prior is that I've marinated this. I'll definitely explain that later on. We're just gonna get into this. Maybe I'll talk about the marination while we do this. So right now I have a cast iron pan. I definitely believe that cast iron pans really do give the kind of heat that's needed for stews. However, if there was a different pan that you use that you know that you can get a good stew out of and you're wanting to use this in your curry dish, definitely do that. I don't know if this is the only thing in the world, but I want to say that I've been seeing it for a lot of years, and this is what I use. So what I do have here would be the curry. So unfortunately, I use like 3 different curries just because I'm from the Caribbean. You know, we really just mix everything up. But anyways, this is kind of like a darker curry. This is a normal American curry, and this would be like this something called anchar masala. And then I have some curry leaves, and I have some cumin seeds. So there's lots of ways that people would do their curry chicken. I really just try to go for the flavor because it's not every day I get to use this. So this is not like, you know, if I do this, it has to be like the best it could ever be. So here's my oil. I'm just gonna wait that for it to be heated up, and I'm gonna add the onions. But let me just get my garlic. I've decided to treat my garlic differently now. I don't really like grate them so much. I do enjoy just like, you know, doing these with them. Just because I feel like I get like the best out of them. I never cut myself. I guess I'm a little nervous. Or something's going on here. Anyways. There's already garlic that's in my marinating, so I'm not gonna kill it too much with the garlic, but garlic is definitely one of the best flavors to really have in here as you're doing the saute. So the whole point of this, using the curry powder, is to really just create really the base of what the stew is gonna be like, because you just have to treat it that way. And so the powders and all these are just like building up to the flavor. So if you had like someone from like India that was showing you how to make this curry, they would have done it completely different just because, you know, they really just do it from scratch. But this is like a way of actually just sort of like infusing the powder into the food. which is really just another way, but the flavors are really what make the West Indian flavors different from the East Indian flavors when it comes to the curries. It's really the fact that a lot of these powders are mixed into these different things, and that's why you get the different flavor. At least that's what I believe. Anyways, so gonna add in your onions here. Make my heat a little bit high just so I can get some heat going. So I'm not gonna put this whole pepper in there just because, you know, I don't live alone. Some people. I'm not sure how, this is a habanero, it doesn't smell that hot, but you know. I enjoy just taking my time with it, especially if like you're not being rushed and you know whatever. Just enjoy your cooking because you really do reap the benefits of just what the work you put into it. So I tend to put my garlic in last just because it tends to you know, that aroma is really part of your flavor of your food. So I keep that usually to like last. So what I like to do is flavor up my onions a little bit, even though onions are flavors on their own. But welcome to West Indian dishes, okay? Everything is just packed out. And this is how you start to like build the flavor as you're doing, because that's really what it is you're trying to do. And so what you're really waiting for is for the edges of these onions to start becoming a little bit browned. Don't rush the process. I find that if you just take the time, and you don't need a lot of oil. I just feel like for what I'm trying to do today, what I'm trying to pack in there, I need the support because your chicken is going to do that. But even the oil from the chicken and the oil from the avocado is not even bad for your body. Don't let these people tell you that how to stay away from fat. You need that damn fat so you can look young. I'm gonna add in my curry leaves here, so they can just get nice and toasted in here too. Gradually build this. How beautiful this is. There's a little fenugreek in there as well that I added. I'm not sure what they call that. So we're just waiting for the onions to get on the browner side. I'm going to higher my heat just a little bit just because I feel like it's a little bit on the slower side and I felt like we should have been cooking them ready. Great. At this stage, my cumin seeds are being, you know, infused in here. You can smell the flavors already. It's like, yeah. I'm gonna add my pepper in now. The idea is to really just burn the pepper, to be honest with you. Like, you want to burn that pepper. You almost never want to see that pepper anymore. But sometimes when it hits the oil, it'll make you cough a little. I just found my way of just kind of like gradually just letting it in, because it just has to be that way anyway. So don't rush the process because the onions is not even there. So it's gonna come get it soon. Starting to get a little brown, and then now brown enough to put my powders in there. Okay, so with the powders, what you really want to do, and this is kind of a risky part. My mom does it a little bit differently, but I think my mom does it the safe way, where she kind of like adds some water in there. But because I'm not doing the same thing as she does, my sisters do the same thing. They like to toast themselves, and I like to take the risk myself. So when you do it that way, you just kind of learn. But if you know the way of doing it with the water, you're not gonna fail. It's just that I have 3 different kinds here, so I really want it to be toasted in there. And I have a professional cooking one and two, so I will be taking risks. Look how beautiful this is. Our onions are turning. So the idea here is like burnt things create flavor. And with the spices, they just kind of do the same thing. They even start to like make the spices taste differently. Ooh, crack over here. So prior to this, I had my green seasonings. This is a little sample of it. And what it is probably a mixture, not probably, it is a mixture of cilantro, garlic, there's something called, I guess, Spanish thyme. I'm not sure. There's a different name for that. And the pepper. And this is kind of like the base of and thyme. It kind of like makes the mixture here. This is a little bit left over, so I put it in the freezer because it goes bad on you. And you can save it for the next time whenever you're going to do something. Great. I feel good about just adding in this now, which I just did. And then I'm going to make my heat down to 6. My heat here because I don't want to burn it up. Maybe just 5 because I overdid it. But as you can see, here we are. We're frying it up. We're toasting it up here. That's what you want. I'm turning it a lot because my heat was a little bit on the high side, which you will find out in your thing. So don't forget to turn the heat down. So now I'm gonna just fry this up because I really want my pepper to be fried in here. Okay, coughing might begin in your kitchen. It's a good time to put on a fan, like I just did. Okay. So up to 6 here. I don't want to burn it up too much. I just want to toast it up. See my spoon that how there's like a little bit of a golden color in there? We're in a good place here. I feel as though it's time for me to add my water because I don't want to burn my gravy. Add a little bit at a time, don't flood it too much. Just wait. let it work with this right now as it starts to like break down the onions and stuff. As you can see, it's becoming a little bit on the fry side. This is what you want. Just keep watching it. This is not a good time to walk away. Not a good time to walk away. Alright, we're in a great place. Here. So, that's great. I'm gonna add some more water just because I feel like I'm ready. I like to see a good paste, you know, like where it's nice. And so you can see what I'm talking about. And again, this is just building up the flavors again. I was happy that I didn't drown it before and I gave it a chance to get even more toastier in that. But now we're just gonna give it a second to sort of redo it again so I can finally have a good breakdown on the onions and everything else. That would have been a great time to add my garlic, but I'm gonna wait till the fry comes again and then add my garlic now. By this time, your kitchen is gonna really be filled with the aromas of East Indian cooking, West Indian flavors. I didn't put in a lot of water because I don't want to have this mess on my stove. If you ever make this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You just don't want to mess on your stove. Always keep some water handy. Here we go. Trying to get it into a little fry over here. We're really close to it. Heat is just perfect. It's like a little bit over medium, like 1 over. So I'm at that place where I feel like my curry paste is ready. I'm gonna get ready to put this chicken in there. So once the chicken is in there, there's absolutely no need to stir it whatsoever. You're gonna let all the juices of that chicken completely like dissolve. And so I want you to see that you have a paste now. It's not a sauce, it's a paste. Okay, and I can smell that it's getting toasty, so it's time to go. Here it is. If you used a bag instead of using a bowl, you could totally just do what I just did. So, in real Trinidadian style, I added everything, organs, everything. When you're trying to be young, when you're trying to hold on to your youth, that's what you do. And then you're just gonna put a lid on there. I have mine still on high because I want it to be on a fry. And then we're just gonna monitor. And so, you know, different chickens would bring about the water quicker. Other chicken don't have some water just in case your chicken for some reason didn't. But there's no need to do anything with this chicken. You're just gonna let it be right there. Nothing is gonna be burning away here because the water's gonna be evaporated with the heat. It is at a medium to high heat at the moment. I feel good about that just because the curry was nice and dark. And I will see you back in about like 30 minutes or so. So it's been 30 minutes since our chicken has just been plopped in here, and it hasn't been turned or anything like that. As you can see, all the water has been generated from the chicken itself, so nothing is needed on our end here for the water, and there's quite a bit of water here. We're just going to give it a little stir just to kind of make sure that nothing's sticking to the bottom. And nothing is. And we're just gonna put it back in here. Feel a little something over here, so I don't know what happened. Okay, our chicken is in good shape. And what I'm gonna do here is we're just gonna watch and see here what the chicken does. From here on out, the water does start to evaporate very quickly. I'm making sure it's completely dumped in there in a nice even way as I've made that turn. I'm very happy with that. I'm gonna cover it. I'm gonna take it down just a notch here, just so I can get a good simmer. Some pieces are still just waiting to be cooked, but I think there's enough heat for us to just do it. So it's exactly half an hour since we put it all in, and now we're going to just wait and see. As you can see, it's just boiling away, doing its thing. So everyone, I think this curry chicken is a wrap. It's very juicy and saucy, which means that you can put it over your roti, your naan breads, your rice. In my case, I'm gonna complete my dal and rice. I'm gonna do my rice here in a minute. It takes like no time whatsoever, so I like it to be hot. But even this dal looks great. It's a good color for me. I'm gonna finish all the rest of it, but that wraps up like some curry chicken. I think this is a success. My mouth is watering, but I'm gonna wait and just let it all just like settle. I'm gonna turn the power off on this, And I'm just gonna let my curry chicken just sit and just kind of just do its thing. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that this was helpful. I really think that I really did get through some of the very technical things. I think that watching other people's videos really could give you even a better idea. I really did try to let you know just exactly why those processes are the way that they are and just what to really look for as you do them. Anyways, my mouth is watering. I'll see you when I put this all together. Bye.